return to action here on PCW Full Throttle. You heard Adrian Sensation say just moments ago, we're not going to see any of the things that made Sabu great. No chairs, no tables, no barbed wire, nothing like that. And then to ensure that, he goes out and gets Luke Bronson for backup.
Very, very smart. Very smart. Paul Lewis is the brains behind that operation. Adrian Sensation is the beauty of the
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from University Park, Texas, the success story in the making, Aaron Eagle!
You know, I'm a big Aaron Eagle fan, but does he have a problem with cat hair?
I'm not sure. He's got that roller out there with him almost constantly. But I'll tell you what, this match, we could see a preview of what's going to happen next week at Genocide when we have the Cruiserweight title on the line between Robert Evans and Gigolo James Johnson, because both of them are in the match, and there's your Cruiserweight champion.
Looks like ginger ale today.
Very proud of himself.
Of course he is. He should be. How long has he been the Cruiserweight champion?
Some time now.
And his tag team partner from Winnipeg, Manitoba. He is the PCW Cruiserweight Champion, the essence of excellence, Robert Evans.
Look at that full head of hair, Rob.
Making sure every hair is in place, but that could change after next week. Hair on the line between him and Johnson. Quite a bit will be at stake. The Cruiserweight belt and somebody's hair, as we're about to see the opponents for Evans and Eagle. And there's the Mind of Wrestling textbook in hand.
Oh, and he's wearing his lucky headband, too.
And their opponents, introducing first from Oxford, New York, the Mind of Wrestling, J.T. Lamotta!
Apparently that's what keeps all his wrestling knowledge intact in his brain.
Lamotta, a former PCW Cruiserweight champion. He knows what it's like to hold the gold, and we're about to see his partner, a man who wants to take that gold, right here next week at Genocide.
It's Gigolo Chicken Skin Johnson.
Chicken Skin?
Look at the guy.
Yeah, he's pale, so what? That doesn't have any bearing on his performance in the ring.
Pale nothing. This guy is the reason whiteout was invented.
Hung for hire, Gigolo, James Johnson!
James Johnson ready for action in this tag team contest here on PCW Full Throttle. Speaking of tag teams, of course, next week we're going to see the Bussies defend the World Tag Team belts against Mike Fox and Claudia, but that could hinge on what happens tonight. As we heard earlier, Chris, and you know as well as I do, the Bussies are stacking the deck once again against Mike Fox and Claudia.
Well, the deck's already been stacked against Fox and Claudia because both of them are gimpy.
Oh, look at this. Couple of elbow tackles by Evans and Eagle. Double sunset flips, but instead double drop kicks from Johnson and Lamotta.
Well, who do you think is going to have the advantage in this one? Look at the height advantage with Eagle and Evans over these two midgets.
Oh, well, I wouldn't call them midgets, not in the least, but a hip toss by Lamotta, and now Eagle comes off the ropes. Oh my gosh, they throw him right on top of Evans.
Ah, it looked like pickup sticks.
Bit of a height differential between these two teams, but now we see Johnson and Lamotta with a double whip, and the double E boys put the brakes on. Oh, look at this. Oh, my. Caught in a rather compromising position there.
So both Eagle and Evans are both over 6 foot. Oh, he almost landed on his head.
Oh, he almost did. And now Johnson and Lamotta both working on Evans. Look at that, a neck breaker combined with a baseball slide kick. Lamotta on top, and now we've got the bell rung, and this one is officially underway.
Well, that one didn't take long, did it?
Oh, Evans going right to the eyes. One of those tricks that he is wont to take every now and then. Lamotta holding onto those ropes, and a kick to the chest, and now kick to the back, and now here comes Lamotta off the ropes. Big neck breaker by Lamotta on top for a cover. 1, 2, only 2.
And Eagle, the Highland Park prodigy.
Eagle and Evans, they've been buddying up for some time now. Tremendous respect for one another. In the meantime, Johnson and Lamotta, they've come to respect each other as well. So we're going to see what happens here. Look at this. A Hurricane Runner didn't quite get all of it, but he got enough to get Evans over.
Well, Evans' momentum was already taking him over, so he had no choice.
And now Johnson perched on that second rope, laying in the right hands, and it's these two we'll be seeing next week at Genocide. Inverted atomic drop there by Evans. Cruiserweight belt and hair on the line. Whoever loses next week's match will be bald-headed.
You know, Evans in the air looks like a javelin anyway. And he went feet first through Gigolo James Johnson's forehead.
Oh, fireman's carry there by Eagle. He's about ready to put him away with the Samoan drop there on Johnson. Success story in the making, he calls himself, and indeed he can really make a mark for himself in the Cruiserweight division with a fine performance in this tag team contest. A jawbreaker there by Johnson.
To let you know how bad of a success story he really is, I mean, come on. Rob Moore was a success story in the making before last week or a couple weeks ago when he got clocked by 10.
Oh, look at this. Eagle up and over the ropes on top of his partner.
See, that's not right. I mean, if you guys are going to work together, Whoa!
Oh, my gosh. Double slingshot plunges by Johnson and Lamotta.
I don't know who took the worst out of that one, Eagle or Lamotta, because Lamotta's certainly shaking his head.
Johnson holding his back in the meantime, and we see Lamotta and Eagle there in the ring. I believe those are the legal men in this contest at this time. A hard knife-edge chop by Lamotta. Whip into the corner, and there goes Lamotta charging in, and oh my gosh, right on that top rope, and here's, oh my gosh, head first right into that top turnbuckle. Robert Evans taking full advantage of the situation here against Lamotta, driving his back into the railing.
Well, there's your mind of wrestling.
And now Evans turning it around, and Lamotta back first into that steel ring apron.
Oh, the mind of wrestling is getting his ass of wrestling kicked.
Eagle now with a couple of stomps. And now Eagle with a choke, and referee Terry Stevens over there to get it broken up. Still to come tonight, of course, we've got that big I Quit match. Lance Hoyt and Steve DeMarco. Somebody's going to utter those words that neither of them wants to say. Irish whip, a reversal here. Flying cross body, but Eagle, nice display of strength and just tossing Lamotta overhead. Fall-away slam there. 1, 2, and only 2.
Well, DeMarco doesn't know the word of quit. So, I mean, he doesn't know the meaning, he doesn't know the word. So it's not going to come out of his mouth tonight, we know that. As for Lance Hoyt, you know, I mean, have you been reading some of the stuff on the internet about Lance Hoyt? His attitude, things like that. He's getting a swelled head. Well, you know what? That may be happening here in PCW. Because Lance Hoyt, right now, his ego's, you know, writing checks his butt can't cash. And I think he really opened himself up a can of whoop-ass here and a can of worms when he called out Steve DeMarco in an I Quit match. I can't wait for this one to happen.
It's going to be a great main event, no question about that. Evans has a hold of Lamotta, and look at that, just over the back. On top with a cover, and Johnson breaks it up.
That's illegal.
Well, that's technically true. Referee warning Johnson to stay outside, stay in his corner, while Evans goes to work with a low headbutt there on Lamotta.
Terry Stevens, you really want to punish him, tell him you're going to give him a sunburn.
Oh, come on now. Evans taking his bows, very proud of himself. 1, 2, and only 2.
Well, yeah. Johnson, if you don't follow the rules. Oh, a headbutt right to the sternum.
Evans with a cover. 1, 2, and Johnson reaching in there to break it up.
All right, that's it. 30 minutes in a tanning bed for you, young man.
And now Evans tagging in Eagle, and now double teaming on Lamotta. What a double team move combination of a clothesline and a Russian leg sweep. Eagle with the cover, 2, only 2. Aaron Eagle, one of the fine young talents here in PCW, no question about that. We've seen him develop over the past year or so. Bit of a change in attitude as of late. And look at this.
Leg scissors.
Leg scissors being put on in the ropes by Robert Evans. And he's got the leverage to make those leg scissors really, really effective. Eagle just pressing down on Lamotta on that second rope. And now look at this. He's got that cat hair roller just rubbing it in Lamotta's face.
Oh, Lamotta may be allergic to cats.
Oh, that's
totally, going to break him out in hives. You got to love it.
Totally unsanitary. And look at that. Evans adding insult to injury, hitting him with that roller. And now double teaming on him while the referee's occupied with Gigolo in the corner.
There's nothing going on over there. See, Gigolo James Johnson needed to keep the attention off of the referee, or off of himself, and keep the referee out of this corner, so he could have watched what was going on over there. And there was really nothing going on.
Oh, slingshot there by Evans, and JT Lamotta definitely getting the worst of this here in this tag team contest on PCW Full Throttle here on the Encore Sports Network. And look out, a backbreaker.